Good morning, gang. Happy Sunday morning. As you can see, I'm in a different place. That's because Mrs. P and I had to head out yesterday to take care of some personal business. So, road trip. And so, hence, here we are sitting in another hotel. Yay. I'll be back home tomorrow afternoon. So, you get 2 days of me sitting here. But the interesting thing about when we have to go out of town is, okay, gives us hours to have a conversation, talk about different things in the car. What entertainment is there really? So we had an interesting conversation as things were going yesterday, and it's always nice to get Mrs. P's perspective on stuff like this too. But we got to talking about all the, I don't know how you want to put it. I guess the only way would be the racial issues in the country right now, okay? And wherever they're coming from. You guys have heard them all. The protests this weekend going on in New York to globalize the Intifada, or the never-ending, we demand reparations, yada, yada, yada. And it's funny because the only groups that are screaming racism are the ones that are basically being racist. Okay? You just kind of, I'm sorry, but that's a cold, hard fact. When's the last time you heard, I don't know, somebody of Chinese ancestry screaming and yelling, going, where's our reparations? It was our ancestors that were, in the tunnels throwing dynamite to blow holes through the mountains so the trains could go through. Never. Okay? Chinese come in, the United States, Chinese Americans, and maybe they're in a business in Chinatown or something like that, but they pretty much assimilated to American society, brought their culture with them, and live peacefully amongst the rest of us. When's the last time you heard, Native Americans scream and yell about they want reparations? Now, if you really want to say it, if there's anybody that's due reparations, I'd say it would be the Native Americans. But think about it. We had the Washington Redskins change their name to the Washington Commanders, or the Cleveland Indians changed their name to the Cleveland Guardians. We had the Indian woman taken off Land O'Lakes butter, right? That wasn't really chosen by or demanded by the Native American community. It was a bunch of white liberal Karens who decided to be social justice warriors, and they were going to stand up for the oppressed. Shut up. That's the only thing I can say. Shut up. Okay. I listen to other stories too. When's the last time the Irish have demanded reparations for slavery, because there were a lot of Irish slaves, or for the discrimination that they had to live through in the late 1800s, early 1900s, primarily in New York? You wonder why a lot of Irishmen are cops in New York. Okay, it's because it was about the only job they could get, and then wind up in their family over and over and over again. Okay, because y'all have seen historical articles, maybe even in a movie or something. The signs used to say, "Irish need not apply." Right? Okay, but no. The people that are demanding stuff are the people that don't contribute to the betterment of life. And I want you to think about that. When it comes to an SHTF situation, there are going to be all sorts of people running around. What's going on? And who are you going to align yourself with? Now, by no means am I generalizing, saying everybody of Arab descent or whatever is screaming globalize the Intifada. By no means am I saying everybody of African American descent is screaming we want reparations. That ain't true. Okay. But as per normal, the loudest voices are the ones that get heard. The black guy who kisses the wife, puts the kids on the school bus, and goes off to work every day and just goes about being a law-abiding American citizen, yeah, no problem. You know, the Arabic guy who goes to work in the morning, sits next to his Jewish coworker and chats about the football game over the coffee machine at the office, no problem. The problem comes with the minority in each subsect, let's put it that way. And most of us, and it's funny because you'll even hear the civilized people of different backgrounds trying their best to say, stop. But they can't do enough. You get too many avowed racists, like Jasmine Crockett, for a good example, or Ilhan Omar, or Rashida Tlaib, you know, who are avowed 100% scumbag racists. Sorry, that's the truth. Okay. They don't want to do anything. They think they're better than everybody else. I hate to tell you this, ladies, you ain't, okay, at all. You are the worst of the worst in the country. And everybody knows it. But you're the one that gets the megaphone. We don't want to be Somalia. We don't want to be ghetto, okay? Sorry, Jasmine Crockett, make America ghetto again? No, that ain't MAGA, all right? You know, I can't wait to go back to Somalia. Please, go. We're not stopping you. I'll pay for the plane ticket if you never come back. But that's the thing. You wonder why all these people who hate America so much, why are they still here? Honest question. Okay? Because nobody is keeping them here. There isn't a Berlin Wall around the United States that says you have to stay here. If you hate it so much, leave. Go back to Somalia. Go back to the Middle East. Go wherever you want. But no, you left those countries because they were such shitholes that you came here. Don't try turning our country into the shithole you left. We don't want it. If the people of Minneapolis want it, which I highly doubt, okay? I mean, we're talking about some very uneducated people that elected Ilhan Omar. I will say that. We're talking about some very uneducated people that elected Jasmine Crockett. I mean, have you ever seen videos of their districts? They look like third world countries, okay? That's what they want to turn the rest of the country into. We don't. Not the white community, not the black community, not the Asian community, the Indian community, the gay community. Pick one. A vast majority of this country, 98% of us, want to live in peace go about our day, play with our kids, enjoy the time with our family, wake up tomorrow to another day. But the 1 or 2% that get all the news, get all the media coverage, that hate life so much, that America is so bad, that want to change everything, they're the ones that get all the press. Ultimately, you guys know this as well as I do, it's depressing listening to this. But when you take a step back and realize they aren't the majority. Sure, you could say, oh, gee, the Democrats want to change everything. Sure, they want to change a lot of things. Not as drastically as screaming, we've got to kill all the Jews, okay? But they want to change things. But okay, they have a mental problem. We understand that. But they're not going out and going, you know what? If you don't believe in men and women's sports, we need to kill you. All right? That's not the idea. Every once in a while, we've got to step back and realize that still the majority of people are good. Left, right, black, white, whatever. Ultimately, all of us need to get together to squash, to get rid of, to eliminate permanently the hatred that is brought to this country. Because America is not a piece of land. America is an ideal. And I've said this many times. If you swapped all the people in Brazil, pick a country, for all the people in the United States, within a generation, this landmass would look like what Brazil looks like, and that landmass would look like what this one looks like. Because it's not, gee, we have houses or cornfields or highways or whatever. We have those things because of the people, not because of the climate, not because of where we fall on a map, not because of the consistency of the soil or anything. No, we have it because of the belief in what this country is. And the more of us that believe in this country and believe in the goodness of being Americans rather than hating it, we can get rid of the ones that hate it. Put them on a plane, deport them, buy a plane ticket for them, throw them out. That's what needs to happen. Have a good Sunday. Pinball out.